Episode 28.
28.
The Dukes of Weebdom. We're back. 2 weeks running now.
Yep.
Yes. Gojo's getting ganged up on right now.
Yeah. I mean, he's still looking good, though.
He's looking real good.
Yeah.
He's
kind of kicking ass.
He's not sweating nothing. And I'm over here for the last, 3 episodes being like, Gojo's gonna lose. Gojo's gonna lose. I still stand on that side of the fence that I think that Gojo's gonna lose. But
you're with me on the side of the fence that Gojo's stronger.
Yeah, he's proven that because without 10 shadows, fucking Sukuna is fucked.
I love that his bag's still not empty. He's still just like, I guess I'll just whip out this other thing now.
Yeah, hollow purple.
Infinite purple, he said. Or something like that. Unlimited purple.
Oh, yeah, unlimited purple. Well, he didn't specifically say purple. He just said with unlimited... What did he say? Unlimited something. I'm pull up the exact...
Unlimited hollow?
I think he did say that.
At first I thought it was a mistranslation, to be honest. It was like they meant to say hollow purple for sure.
Yeah, I'll have to finish this with unlimited hollow. So, I mean, hollow purple.
He just summons all the hollows from Bleach.
Just all of them.
All of them.
It's a lot of them.
He only needed Baragon. I mean, there's a lot I could have named, but Baragon specifically was where my mind went to.
Well, because you know what, too? You just say that, and it's like a weird thought. It's like, I feel like... I don't know how Baragon's powers would interact with Limitless. Because Limitless creates an infinite space between Gojo and the attack to slow it down to the point where it stops, right? Which is...
Yeah, where it can't reach him.
But Baragon's whole power is age. So, age is also technically so it's like, how would that work? But at the same time, it's like a power that
it's like a poison, it looked like.
Yeah. So, I think it would probably stop it.
He just needs to slap Sukuna. Gojo would be the one summoning it in this situation.
This is true.
Sukuna ain't got shit on that.
Nope. But anyway, Gojo in peak form.
Yes.
Right now. Well,
looking clean.
Not peak form because, brain damage.
Yeah.
Brain damage.
But peak form considering the brain damage.
Yeah. So I got spoiled with the whole it's 3-on-1.
I also got spoiled with that, but I get spoiled every week. So.
Yeah. But my thing
also, this translation's awful. I hate this. You look like a lost alien.
Yeah.
And in the leak, they translated it as, whoever translated the leaks, but as you look like a little kid, being held by your parents. Yeah. That made so much more sense. What do you mean, little alien? Where did the alien come from? He's the least alien of the 3.
Yeah, well, because I thought he was summoning, a second from the...
I thought from the leaks that it was Yorozu. Or, a Shikigami based after her.
Right. I thought that it was just a second Maharaga, to be honest with you. Or I mean, it doesn't really look female, really. I was like, is that a female? Well, actually, kind of. It's got...
You know what else I didn't realize?
It's got some stuff. So I was like, is that a female Maharaga or something?
Yeah, the female coding on it was also what made me think Yorozu.
Mm. But it's a merged beast, Agaito. And it's between Nue?
I think the merged devil dogs. Because they were already hulky.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't realize until it was colored. There's that moment where Gojo's he's just whipping out the powers of the rabbits and Max Elephant. And I'm like, what do you mean Max Elephant? I don't see fucking Max Elephant at all.
So
a fan coloring explained the whole thing to me.
Oh.
When he went to use piercing blood, it wasn't blood, it was water. That was him using Max Elephant. Someone colored it in as blue, and I was like, oh!
Here's my thing, though, right? Has Choso ever fought Sukuna? Has Sukuna ever been around Choso to see piercing blood?
It doesn't have to be Choso specifically, though. It could be any Kamo clan.
Yeah, you're right. True.
How old he is.
Yeah.
I still feel like he has to have at least known about the fight Gojo talked about, where he said someone from the Gojo clan fought someone from the Zenin with the 10 shadows. Mm-hmm. I feel like Sukuna had to have that information too, to be like, Megumi's perfect.
and then I also want to know, was that before Sukuna? Well, it had to have been because he would have known about it.
Yeah, like what was Sukuna in the timeline for like of his own lifetime when that happened?
It's got to be before him because like Sukuna just said last chapter or 2 chapters ago, you should be fortunate you weren't around in a time that I was alive.
Existed, yeah.
Because I feel like
He would have jumped in on that.
If Sukuna was aware of like what most people are, that the Gojo clan has the potential to pop out a baby that has the 6 eyes and limitless technique, he's just gonna
fight it.
kill it when it's a child. Like child Gojo is
kill the child or fight it for the fight like he's doing now.
Right. So I don't think it would have gotten to the point where that person fought the Zenin clan member with 10 shadows. I don't think it would have gotten to that level.
Yeah.
I think Sukuna would have stopped either one of them.
Maybe he was still a human learning. Maybe that inspired him to.
Or it could have been a couple of generations before he was born, too. That's a possibility.
Or even after. Maybe he was already, like, in a fucking. Was it like as a cursed object?
Yeah.
Because he clearly knows something about the world in the 1,000 years he's been like that.
In the 1,000
he knew to throw a fire extinguisher at Gojo.
I'd like to see who the 10 sorcerers were that fucked him up.
Right? I just want to see how he became a curse in general.
Oh, it's got to be something to do with Kenjaku.
Yeah.
It's got to be. That's where my money is at, anyway.
Yuto's looking like a bitch again, making me real sad.
Sweating in the background with his mouth
gaping.
It's like, Yuto, what are you doing?
Pull yourself together. I think the
You're
tweet
better than this.
I think the slander this week was this man's acting like he's not the second line of defense when Gojo goes down.
It's true though, he really is.
Hurt my soul.
True. I love that fucking too that Sukuna just hucks a fire extinguisher at Gojo.
Yeah, I was just like, do you even know what that is, bitch?
I was kind of like disappointed in the rabbits too. They kind of just sort of just like
we're here,
swiftly brushed aside.
Well, they're literally just like utility.
Yeah, for real. I guess I'm spoiled when I think of rabbits because I just think of the ones from ReZero.
Yeah.
Those rabbits are fucking terrifying.
Those rabbits will fuck you up.
Honestly, every time I think about this fight being coming to a close, something else happens.
Next, and he still hasn't done the whole shrine thing where he like changes curse techniques.
Oh, you mean
where he's like open, and he used fire against Jogo.
Yes, Sukuna. That's right.
So Sukuna's bag is still going too. People have been saying a lot lately that maybe the tattoos on his body is how he stores curse techniques. Because sometimes he's drawn with some of them missing and some of them there.
The tattoos?
Yeah, like the tattoos all over his like face and body and shit. Because the way they mentioned that your curse technique's engraved on your mind, they're like, well, maybe he's engraving extra ones on his body that he can store.
That'd be really cool.
Wouldn't it? Taboo tattoo, but good.
Right, because unless... I mean, I think it's too far... I think it's too far into the story to throw a twist that, like, him and Yuta are from, like, the same clan or something. That
or he's another descendant of big, long name person.
Yeah, so that he can have... But then Yuta's whole thing is he needs conditions to meet, to get skills.
And Rika's what's storing them, too.
Yeah. So, I think it's kind of just different. At least I kind of want it to be. I don't want that. I feel like it would be a cop-out to be like, cool idea, they're just the same clan. Yeah, Yuta and them. Like, I don't know about that. Just wouldn't fit.
No more families. Let's break up these families.
Let's break up these families. And
Actually, no. I want to see the Gojo clan. We see like one person holding Gojo's hand as a kid, leading him away, and that's like
his mother.
And that's like the whole Gojo clan we've seen. This thus concludes Gojo clan members.
Right, and they're supposed to be such a powerful clan, but all we ever seen is people from the
Even the
Zennian.
combos we haven't really seen.
No, yeah,
We've only seen the Zennian hideout.
That's it. Well, for reasons.
And when Noritoshi came home to Kenjaku, having already defeated his clan.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Clan members are just apparently not as important to JJK as they seem to be.
Right?
Or portrayed to be, rather.
I can't separate this, like, weird relation in my head where I see the Gojo clans kind of like the Einsburns from Fate.
It's supposed to be this huge,
It's like
awesome...
3 members and they're hiding in a giant snow tundra.
My wife started watching Fate Zero because she wanted to watch an anime.
Oh, Joy, were you there?
I was there.
Were you there? For
I was.
the legendary, we're going to walk around you for 7 straight minutes.
So I told her, because she was like, she wanted an anime to watch. And she wanted something, she's like, I want something like action-y, something I could just like watch. She's like, because I recommended her a comedy, and she's like, I don't want to watch a comedy right now, I don't want to watch this.
You said Fate Zero.
So I said, just watch Fate, because it was right there. She was passing it. I was like, there you go, just watch Fate Zero. She's like scrolling through Crunchyroll on her computer. It's like, just watch Fate Zero.
I almost dare say Unlimited Blade Works is the better start. Just because you don't have a 45-minute episode of people being sad and talking at each other.
About that, and she's like, but why are they walking like that? I was like, because they must.
Because something needs to happen on screen, sadly, or it would be 3 characters standing still for 7 straight minutes. It's agony.
She was asking a whole bunch of confusing questions too. She was so confused. I did my best. To describe Fate.
What's my aspect line for this? Time is entangled web. Don't be caught up on the loose ends.
Yeah, I was like, because she was asking questions I didn't even know the answer to. Valid questions, Heavy. Because she was like, so how does the Grail choose which masters get to summon people? I was like, I don't know. You just wake up with command seals, but then Waver steals.
And then he has commands.
She's like, but then how does that happen? Can anyone just kind of weasel their way in? I was like, yes, maybe, because
it seems that way.
It seems that way.
We had a couple people do that, so.
Because it happens in Strange Fake, too.
And in a way, though, the church having, what's-his-face, join the Grail War is also kind of, it's either A, extremely convenient, or B, them weaseling him in.
I think it was convenient because Kiryu was the first one chosen as a master. He was the first person to get the command cells.
So out of everyone in Japan...
Kiryu was first, yeah. So then the church was like, let's team up with Tosca and just plot for victory. That was the whole point of the set.
It's very Weasley.
It is, yes. And then Kiryu betrays them all.
Yes.
To stay with the church in Unlimited Blade Works.
Once she gets past that first episode, I'm sure it'll be...
She watched the first 2.
Dope. So,
I think. She saw all of the servants be summoned. All of them.
Yeah, which is the first episode.
Yeah. And I don't... Because
I don't know how deep into it gets, but I'm pretty sure... The fight at the docks starts on episode 2, by the end of episode 2.
Yes. Because I was watching a bunch of Fate scenes yesterday. I was just like scrolling through.
I do that sometimes.
I watched
I watched that fight scene, that specific fight, every time I do that.
When I was scrolling through episodes to find the episode where Waver and Alexander find Castor's keep. Like his holds out, so I watched that. I watched Alexander versus Assassin at the banquet. That's like the best episode ever.
I just love that dock fight because that turns into such a clusterfuck.
It does because it's Saber versus Lancer.
Yep.
I'm not even gonna try and pronounce Lancer's name.
Oh yeah,
It's something with a D.
Yeah, he's French. I want to say from Florence, one of the Knights of the something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And then they're about to fight, and then fucking
Gilgamesh and Berserker show up.
Well, first Alexander shows up.
Oh yeah, he's just chilling.
He's just chilling. And then there's conversations with Lancer's master, the one that Waver stole the piece from.
Yup.
Then Gilgamesh shows up, and then Berserker crashes the party.
Lancer's master.
Such a D-bag.
He's such a D-bag, but he is such a cool magic. That giant orb of mercury.
Yeah.
And he like sends sensors through the house with it. It's just, that's so cool. It's just a orb of death.
You want to hear something confusing? Fuck with your brain about Fate even more. You know that Waver can be summoned as a summon? He's Yuge Leon. Yeah, tell me how that makes sense.
It makes sense because they don't want to make more designs. They just want to hit that copy paste.
Yeah.
And then swap a few clothes.
But then you can, because he's also like a boss-ass mage when he grows up.
Yeah. Like head of the association or something.
Yeah.
From rags to riches, my man.
Yeah. I was thinking about it. I looked it up. There's a lot of other Fates, as we both know already, but there's a lot that I want to watch, and I don't have them on any of the streaming services, so I need to start like...
Sounds like one of them's not the Waver one.
Yes, because that's not on any
Is
that
it
I
not?
know.
I thought it was on Crunchyroll.
It's not, no. Because I just typed in Fate yesterday and went through them all. I've seen everything that's Fate.
It's
that's
not called Fate.
It's not. Has Fate in the title
No.
at all. Then maybe it might be on Crunchyroll.
I'm like 90% sure it's on Crunchyroll.
Time for us to look up the name. I'm gonna do this, because if it is, I'm totally gonna watch that. Spin-off?
Series. I
Yeah,
think.
there we go.
The Case Files of Lord El Malloy II.
Oh. Look at that. Does it say where it's on? Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably Wikipedia probably won't list
That would be too easy.
It would be. You know. See if I can just do this. Copy and paste. Up here. Let's see if this is on Crunchyroll.
Boom.
Oh, look at that. Oh, shit. Yeah, if I was scrolling through and I seen this as the cover, I would never know.
I'm like 90% sure that's it, but yeah.
Yeah, because this is him right here.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Whoa, what a bam. God damn Waver.
That's him right there.
Holy Waver. Stop covering his face.
Oh, hey, that's the kid. See this kid right here? That's
Yeah.
the one that summons Jack the Ripper in Strange Fate.
Oh, hey. He's not Waver.
Oh, yeah, I'm totally going to be watching this.
Chadver.
Next chance to get 13 episodes. Fuck yeah, because... Fuck yeah, I'm going to be watching this.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I honestly didn't, because I thought everything else has Fate in their name. Even Fate Ilia Prism.
Ilya Prisma.
Prisma, yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure is getting another season.
I mean, I watched the first, 4 episodes of that. It starts out off, super...
Isn't it Yuri Beat? I'm surprised.
Well, first off, yes. Well, because if you can get past season 1, because season 1 is just super uber magical girl anime, and then they bait you with season 2 and 3 where it's just Yuri Bait. So
Maybe there's something in the Soul Eater side series that was important to the story, but it's also just kind of like a weird spin-off.
yeah, it's not important.
Yeah.
And then I was watching scenes because I rewatched the Gilgamesh versus Enkidu fight in Strange Fate because it's so good, so good.
Already.
I cannot wait.
Already nostalgic.
I cannot wait for that series to come out. It's so good, just art style wise. The whole lineup of servants, all of them are so good. I'm like, oh, I just want to see all of you fight. Just interesting. It's a good lineup again. And then I watched some scenes from Babylonia.
Nice.
I wanted to watch some from Apocrypha, but I don't.
Apocrypha,
I don't have Netflix right now.
And it's like, what scene are you gonna pick?
Just watch some fights, some Mordred fights.
You just hit the verses and see what comes up.
That's it.
So there's not a single fight that I was like, wow.
Well, it's also not made by Ufotable, so
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was still good.
It was still good for the story.
Yeah.
But it was definitely one of those ones where
Karna
I don't
versus
remember.
Siegfried.
Oh, there we go. I forgot that's his name at all.
That's a good fight.
That's a good fight.
And then that's really it, because a lot of the other stuff are like clashes.
Yeah.
Like Mordred clashes.
I remember
with Siegfried.
Chiron versus someone else with the bow, but I don't remember it being
Artemis.
very great either.
Is that?
I just remember them talking before the fight more than the fight.
Is Apocrypha the one that Achilles is in with Chiron?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because it was whoever Chiron was fighting was he mentored.
Yeah, Chiron
Servants
mentored
fight
Achilles.
down.
Yeah, because, well, actually, now that I think about it, yeah, there's got to be, because it's 14 servants, because it's 7v7.
Or there's a giant weapon or something. One of the mages on one side made like a giant thing to fight.
The mage of her, right there, the caster of black. It's her noble phantasm. Oh, right. So, servants, saber of black, Siegfried, Chiron,
Vlad the Impaler.
Astafolo.
I forgot he's in that.
Solomon. Jesus Christ.
Solomon. Just Solomon.
But not the Solomon. Frankenstein, Jack the Ripper, but it's actually Mary the Ripper, I think they changed, or just Jack, because Fate Strange Fake has Jack the Ripper in it too, and it's not this Jack the Ripper, so I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
They didn't watch Apocrypha, is what's going on.
Exactly.
Shirakodamine.
Servant, Saber, Mordred, Atalanta.
I remember her. She was like, I don't even know the word for this. Like, she's just very
Well, then she's
apathetic.
Yeah, she's. Oh, yeah, the Huntress. So, yeah, this is.
She was dope. She had a good fight, too. I just don't remember who she was fighting.
Well, she's the one that goes psycho crazy at the end and about the kids, and Achilles kills her because Achilles and Karna. Shakespeare. Spartacus.
Shakespeare was in it?
Yeah, Shakespeare's the dude in the trees.
He did, like, nothing.
He did absolutely nothing. And then here's Sarah Meneris or whatever.
Semiramis.
Yeah, she's the one that's plotting with the ruler, Shiro.
Waver's in it. Lord El Malloy II.
He's one of the principal people preparing for the Grail War. He dislikes being referred to as Lord Elamio because it grates to hear spoken without the second. Jesus Christ, Waver. But yeah, I like him.
David.
I think he's good. Mordred.
And then Joan of Arc and
Joan of Arc shows up, and
the other guy.
Yeah, the chimera that Siegfried gives his life for.
No, not him. The other guy.
What?
The other
Shiro.
guy. Yeah.
The other ruler from.
Why'd they name him that?
They name him Shiro and Katome.
Shiro Kodamine.
Yeah, which is Kirei's last name. So they just slap them together, and he has Kirei's voice.
Nothing to do with either of them.
Yeah, I know. I hate the plot that Apocrypha fucks with, because I view Apocrypha so much as just fanfic. It's just, well, I don't think
I view Grand Order so much as fanfic.
Well, Grand Order is the canon.
Ugh.
It's this that's not canon. Type Moon, too, is all fucked, too. It's just like, the more you get into it, the more it's like, oh my god.
That's what I mean. Grand Order's all the moon shit. The word moon doesn't come into play in any of these ones.
Not in Type Grand Order, either. Because the game, the one for the phone game, the storyline that goes through that is like the canon stuff, and then... Pretty
sure you're on the moon cell when you go to deploy to these other timelines.
You're in some kind of like
spaceship,
because you're like the last.
Extra shows you the place.
Well, fuck Fate Extra too. Well, is that the game? The game?
The show and the games also take place on the moon.
Yeah, well, nothing I've ever seen from anything Fate Grand Order has been on the moon.
You're on the moon when you go to deploy to the missions.
Not in anything that I've seen. You're in some mountain range. This is a little pod thing in like the Appalachian Mountains or whatever, wherever the fuck, it's just snowy mountains. That's all it is, and that's like the last of humanity's there because it's like way in the future, like way in the future, and then the singularities is them Fujimaru
going
back in time to get the holy grails from the beasts and stuff, and then the last singularity, which is a movie on Crunchyroll.
I'm pretty sure it's simulations of times.
Singularities. 1000% singularities. That's what they're all called. The 7 singularities. 100% guarantee that's the singularity. And you gotta.
Well, I know that word. I'm saying it's a simulation of the singularity of that time period.
No, straight up going back in time.
Okay.
Because
garbage.
Yeah, I like it. Grand Art is a good story. I like it.
Garbage.
No. Good. Good.
No.
Yes. I like it a lot. Watch Babylonia.
No.
Yes.
No.
It's so good. So good. So good. It's really not that bad. I think that you just...
I'm not going to watch something I don't care about the plot of.
Well, because you watched that shit one with Nero, which, first off...
Not even just that one.
Well,
the Grand Order OVA sucked too. With the first singularity. And I didn't like the phone game story either. The actual story of the game and the OVA they did for Grand Order, which was the first singularity.
I will say that it's the first movie, or like the timeline version of how Fujimaru becomes the master, and then Mash becomes the servant. That whole thing, watching that, is boring as fuck.
It is. It sets up a plot line I don't care about, and then we're jumping to a different them time traveling inside a plot line I don't care about.
You know, another thing that I feel hurts its thing is the whole thing's not animated. The whole story of Grand Order, but it's also not, the things that are animated isn't
in order
chronologically. Yeah, because the first one I watched is Babylonia after the two OVAs, and that's the last one. That's the second to last singularity, because that was the last one they
right over Rome
to find, to be able to find Gotea. There you go, the dude causing all of the singularities, the beasts. It's good stuff. Viewers will agree, but you don't have to. It's okay though. You don't have to like everything. It's fine.
Good.
We'll agree to disagree on Fate. I'm here for it. I like it a lot. And Strange Fate is going to be... Especially because Strange Fate is completely separate from everything, so there's no...
Joy!
Battles! That's what I like when it gets down to like the nitty-gritty of Fate, is I like the original plot line of just like Zero. Of just,
that's the thing. I went from a story where I loved the plot, and now the plot is just like.
It was a gacha game that got too popular for its own good.
It's true.
Kingdom Hearts itself.
It did. It did indeed.
But whatever. I like it. I'm here for it. I'm gonna start buying some of the other movies and expand my knowledge of it. I've been reading up on a lot of stuff about it since I downloaded the game again. I've been going hard in it, and still have yet to spend a penny in it.
Good.
I don't know how far I'll be able to go with it though, because I was thinking to myself, because I'm good now, because like as any kind of game that wants players in, they want you to sink your teeth in this and get hooked and then start spending money. So like the beginning stages of the game are set up very much to allow you to keep playing.
Yeah.
Whereas someone who have been playing for years at this point would be harder, because like you have AP, and each battle costs AP. You have a set amount, and I think it refreshes.
I was there when the knowledge was written.
I didn't know how long you played the game.
Yeah, I got to Rome.
That's the second one, yeah, I think. Or is that the third one? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
I've been playing it.
I was so checked out of the story. I was just hitting the thing and then doing the battles.
Yeah. So my max AP at the moment with my level is like 61.
Yeah.
But whenever you level up, it restores your AP. But it goes over the maximum. So right now I have like 1,500 AP, and each battle is costing 8. Oh. So I level up faster than I use that AP. So my AP just keeps going up and up.
Yeah, but then as the leveling slows down, you're...
Well, it's also, when you first start, they give you a 1/4 AP. So instead of, like, the first battles, instead of costing, like, I think it's 8 AP, it only costs 2. So you can keep playing. But I noticed on that only lasts 7 days. So I was like, oh, wow, I'm about to start spending a lot of AP to play this game. But now I have half
you have to ham out.
Yeah, so now I have half AP. But it says, the duration, it says over a year. So I'll take that. But you get the little crystal rewards for, like, quests. Not every battle, there's like so many battles in a quest, and at the end you get the little crystals, and you use those crystals to summon. And that's the only item you can buy. That's what the gotcha part is. You buy that crystal to summon. And I'm sitting here like, it costs 30 to roll 11, because fuck rolling once.
Yeah.
You're never going to get anything. And like, right now I'm sitting on like 120, but I'm like cruising through these battles, and eventually it's going to get to the point like, okay, how do I keep gaining those to then eventually be able to keep rolling without having to buy to keep rolling? Because I checked out the prices too, and I was like, just to see. I had no intentions of buying any. I just wanted to see what the prices are, and I said, fuck that. That is horrid. You'd have to...
It's
I think
premium waifus, sir.
Oh, yeah. Premium got you. Gotcha, got you.
Yeah.
It's like... I think it's... I could be wrong. I'm going to say around $15 for like 36 crystals or whatever. And I'm like, so it's $15 a roll for summons. And that's a lot.
Like a 10 roll?
Yeah, like a 10 roll. And then you get like one, like by using that 10 roll, you get one free extra. So it's technically 11.
Oh, so...
And then the bullshit that says right on there. If you don't get the two promos within... It is guaranteed after 330 rolls. I don't know if it's rolls or... Well, yeah, it would be rolls because the 10 roll or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, fuck you.
That's hardly pity anymore.
Yeah, but they allowed you... I got a ticket when I beat the first singularity that you could go and select a specific summon in a list. And I mean, like, OG Saber, King Arthur Saber is in there. Mordred's was in there. And there was like one or two others that I'd even be semi-interested in. So I was like, it's gonna be Mordred, like, hands down. And then they give you another one that you can use to unlock the final ascension for that character, which is
wake them
skins. Up. Yeah. And guaranteed to max their level up at 90 and level them up to 80. So it's like I got a free level 90 basically, nice. Which you need as you go further in story. I've lost matches, which is wild to me when you have, because you can select other people's.
Yeah, so you have like 2 level 90s and then
fighting level like 40s at
stores, boy.
And then they're like still, but. We'll see. I may play it for another 2 weeks and then just never play it again once I realize how impossible it is to play for free. But for now, I'm fully capable of playing for free, so I'm going to keep playing and just having fun with it until otherwise spoken. But I think that's enough Fate rambling. Yeah. Wild Strawberry and Shojo Null are both promising.
Yes, slapping.
Think that girl in Shojo Null has like, it's like seems she's got like some split personality things going on here. When she switches between.
Though they're both edgy, so it's like.
Well, because she's more like carefree when she is.
But she was in that mode when she murdered people the first time.
No, I went back. She had the black hair.
She did have the black hair?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't even notice.
I thought it was just like a shade-in thing at first. But then I noticed it in this panel, specifically in this chapter, I think it was this chapter, it specifically showed the hair turning black. Because it starts at like the hairline and it slowly, there's like 3 panels right next to each other that the black spreads until she has full black hair.
You caught up in both chapters, right?
Yeah, I'm fully caught up, yeah.
But also that cop. God, I love being a cop and lets me be an asshole.
Let me just snort this coke quick.
Yeah, this is the shit being a cop's all about. Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here like, I am on Shonen app. Right? This isn't like...
This isn't DC,
and
Marvel.
I was like, and Dandadan has to be on the web page, not this. Bring Dandadan to the app.
Yeah, please.
Speaking of Dandadan.
Yeah.
I have to just shove Shojo Null to the side.
And Wild Strawberry.
Well, the last 2 chapters of Wild Strawberry were really just like...
I was right. I didn't say it on stream, but...
It's
the Shonen moment.
It is, yeah, because the same thing happened in Undead Unluck.
The Shonen squad showed up.
Yeah, so it was like these 2 people doing their own thing on like free range, but then it's like some kind of organization that they could potentially work for shows up. They prove themselves by beating up one of those organization members. Then a stronger member of that organization shows up and coerces them into joining the membership anyway.
Yep.
It's not quite exactly what happens in either of those, but it's basically the bullet points.
There's also a lot of overlap with the fact that they're joining a squad of people that use the enemy's powers against them.
Yes.
Which also just lines up with, like, Seraph of the End. God, the list could really go on. Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kinda Chainsaw Man. Kinda. I mean, they use fiends and devils against them.
Yeah, kinda, yeah. I mean, I'd loosely put that in that same category.
The Shonen Squad.
The Shonen Squad. Rolling up.
So, I mean, I hope the Shonen Squad is good this time, but it's just like, I would have loved to have skirt around the Shonen Squad altogether.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was going to go in a different... I mean, the Shonen Squad wasn't even on my radar. I didn't think it was until that girl showed up, and then it just, like, slapped me in the face. Like, oh.
It's always on my radar.
I see where it's going.
When both of them started... Well, not like right when they started, but when like the chapter 3 for like Wild Strawberry and like right away for Shojo Null because it was just on my mind for Wild Strawberry. I'm just like, man, it would really suck if a bunch of organizations showed up.
Well, because Shojo Null though hasn't happened yet, but it seems that it's about to happen.
Yeah, we're at that precipice now.
Yeah, because
I think it'll be like remnants of whatever. Resistance his dad was in.
I was just going to bring that because his dad was in a Resistance. He saw him got killed. He escaped with that lady, but she didn't make it or got murdered recently.
And whoever they're talking to now knew the call signs from that organization. So
also, I got to say, for how shit the outside of this kid's house looks, his inside of his house is pretty nice. I'm like, it looked like your house had a bomb dropped on the top of its roof from the outside, and this is what it looks like on the inside.
Did you upholster?
Did you have a home decor team come through here? That's hardwood floor I see right there. What's that? Fucking 50-inch
Don't let the Nazi man come. He'll rip this all up.
It's a 50-inch splash screen TV you got up there.
I love punching TVs. The sadness it brings gives me a boner.
I thought he was going to catch that guy under the table.
Yeah, me too.
But there's still hope for him yet. I'm praying for you, guy under the table. He's got kids, man. He's got to get back to him.
Oh, God, I was just mixing up both of them in my brain. I was like, man, when those special forces recruiting the main character go back to Nazi guy, he's going to be... Oh... This is why I don't want the Shonen moment.
Oh, geez.
So I'm going to be like, which squad of people fighting monsters is at which point right now? Kaiju number 8, Wild Strawberry Geach. Because one of them's robots.
Kaiju is another one. Just not really much to say. It's just the same thing we said last week.
Yeah. We're winning, son.
We winning.
Well, I do want to touch on Wild Strawberry a bit more. That fight
going,
was pretty lit.
Yeah, go for it.
It was both lit and really hard to read because of how much shit this guy draws.
The detail in the backgrounds are amazing.
But they're like when he's like kicking and throwing around the buildings and shit too. I was just like, where are your limbs? Where's your body?
Well, it also
what's your position?
It also doesn't help that in that moment, or a few pages sooner, he was cut in half. So a bunch of he doesn't really have
blends
limbs.
Into the plantness.
Yeah, but
that's all. Yeah.
It's good.
I really had to like stop for like minutes at a time for some of the pages, being like, okay, where's the limbs? Where's the arms? Which person is shooting vines at the other person? I can't quite tell right here.
Yeah, so I mean,
it all looks good though. But
I really shouldn't say this, but I feel like these two are finally ones because they're getting the hooks in me so early that I have a good feeling that these two will finally be the ones that stick around, because there's been so many series lately that Shonen's just been dropping after 30. You know what I mean? It's so hard for anything to get past 30.
Zephyr Academy still goes on.
Ginka and Gluna got canceled. I don't know about New Age Exorcist, man. I still haven't read anything since then.
I haven't hit Fabricate 100 in a long time.
Yeah, but that one's past the 30, isn't it?
I think it is, but I don't know.
And what were some of the other ones? I said Gil. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna. It's just anytime I see it, I'm like, I have zero interest in reading you
Retry,
right now.
which is at 16 now. Wow, it's at 16. Oh my god.
I mean, it's been 16 weeks since we first talked about that. Holy shit!
Right. Oh my lord.
Oh my lord.
Fabricant's at 35. I say Gil's at 9.
Yeah, New Age Exorcist is at 15 too.
Kill Blue, which I wanted to read, is at, what's that, 18 already?
Gachi X is at 22. I haven't started reading that yet though.
Tamaku Cinema 19. So it's like there's a lot of new ones though. I mean, obviously like half of them are going to be gone soon.
Yeah, I have a feeling some of them, like, I don't see anyone ever talking about, I've never once seen anyone talk about Ice Head Gil or New Age Exorcist or Do Retry.
To be fair,
but I've seen screenshots of people, at least once or twice I've seen already Wild Strawberry, and I've seen Shojo No once on social media. I've seen
Wild Strawberry once on social media, but to be fair, I never see anything for newer mangas. I didn't see anyone talk about Ginka and Gluna.
It is extremely rare. You got to be like, because like even some of those other ones that you just mentioned, like, or even the ones I just mentioned, like Jingachi X. I don't see anything from Witch Watch or fucking.
Oh yeah, I also don't see anything from Witch Watch or Akane Banashi.
Do Retry. Not Do Retry, I'm sorry. Undead Unlock, I don't see anything for. But like Undead Unlock and Witch Watch are both 115 plus.
I was gonna say, there's some at like a similar length that I do see. I see actually people post about Mission Nozakura Family, and God, there's another one I had an example of. I forgot it.
You see people talking about Sakamoto?
Yes, all the time actually. I just saw the newest volume cover on Twitter. And Sakamoto has the cleanest volume covers. It's, mwah.
Yeah.
Mwah, they're so good.
Unfortunately, I just see people talking about Boruto right now. I know. But we talked about that last week, so we ain't even going to mention. We're not going to taint
people talking about Martial Master Asumi. Where?
Maybe we just need to talk about it then.
We do.
Put it on.
It's so good.
Maybe I should just be more active and just.
I mean, some of the ones I suggest is because it would just be so easy to just catch up. It would just be so easy to just keep up. Like, Martial Master's 10 chapters right now. Just 10. And then Gachi Akuta.
Well, this past weekend, I was really busy. You saw.
Yeah.
I was doing some...
To be fair, I'm not reading anything extra right now. I've been playing Armored Core like a goddamn monster.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that. But I was doing some remodeling in my bathroom. So I was I didn't even read much. I think I read 3 chapters of Berserk in the last week and a half. Well, comparatively, I read fucking 3 deluxes in 1 week. That's 12 volumes in a week.
Shit, man, I can gauge your free time in Berserk Red.
Yeah, well, because last week when we did this, I was in volume 5 of the deluxe edition, and I still have volume 5 upstairs on my desk. It's...
I'm joking.
Yeah, I get it.
Read the other stuff.
But physicals.
But browser manga.
Gross.
I know.
If there's any browser manga I'm going to be reading, it's going to be Poon Poon.
Gachi Akuta.
Poon Poon.
Gachi Akuta.
I need to finish it. Start another one or finish one that I'm more than a third of the way. I'm at 100 and
We'll do finish that first,
15.
but Gachi Akuta's ongoing.
No, because I would plan on watching, because that's the one that he starts in the trash heap or whatever.
Yeah.
And you've been sending me screenshots. It's what's the other one? Because I get Soul Eater mixed with something else vibes.
That person literally studied under Soul Eater's author.
Makes perfect sense.
Because
it'd be a massive spoiler for people. And we don't talk about that anime.
we can do that on the break.
We don't talk about that anime, so I don't want to have to just throw it out there. It's the one I told you the other day.
Yeah.
Last week.
My brain started going on to it too. I'm like, what's related to this conversation? Yes.
Still not the main spoiler that I have for that series, by the way. That was just an additional one that just randomly
That's the one I've
up.
had the whole time.
Because I was watching a video about Soul Eater, and
Those who know already know.
I was watching a video about Soul Eater and how certain differences between the anime and manga, but nothing past the anime.
Yeah, they didn't go for the split. They just went for
the beginning,
the part that they adapted of the manga.
Yes, and then up to whenever it split or whatever, and then
Which is smart, because that's probably the most confusing part, because that's where the little changes to set up the plot happen.
Because whoever this person was, it was just a random person I found on YouTube. I was listening to the video, and they were saying that they're hopeful that there will be a Soul Eater anime reboot type deal.
There's been a lot of people throwing around that sentiment and that hope. I'm among them.
I'd be for.
Because I told you a little bit about what I heard about what happens after that split, and it gets
crazy,
wacko mode.
I'm down for it.
I'm also down for it. But Gachi Akuta, it's only 66 chapters right now.
I think I've read more than that of Berserk in the last 2 weeks.
I'll finally stop sending you screenshots. Because right now we're kind of at one of those really first big plot moments anyways too, so I don't want to end up inadvertently sending a spoiler.
And you're not caught up with you're not everything you're reading other than Sakamoto you're current with, right?
Yes. Pretty much anything I've touched in the last month besides Sakamoto, I am caught up with.
And you only reading Ginka and Gluna, Martial Master Asumi, and Sakamoto that I'm not reading currently.
Ginka and Gluna is canceled.
I'm sorry.
Gachi Akuta. Yes. Actually, I can bust out the list right now.
Because you've fallen uber behind in Blue Lock, haven't you?
Yeah. Actually, there's a need to catch up section right under Blue Lock, Record of Ragnarok, and Fabricant with 100.
So let's see. Spy Family, Well, Black Clover, you read, but
Yeah.
I mean, I see all of the spoilers on Facebook at this point now. Everyone just did no bars. Kaiju, Jujutsu, Chainsaw Man, Dandadan. Get Hunter x Hunter off this fucking list. It is not an ongoing series you're reading.
Where do I put it?
You haven't even read the newest chapter that came out 3 fucking months ago.
I still have it. You're right. You knew me.
Gachi. Yeah, so it's just Marshall, Master Asumi,
And Gachi
and
Akuta.
Gachi Akuta.
Because I don't expect you to just burst through 200 Black Clover chapters.
Seems one that isn't closer to like 300.
Yeah, I actually don't know. It's definitely high. Yeah, 368.
Well, didn't you say at one? I mean, this could be like wildly off pace, but I know you were reading Vigilantes. Did you have any ambitions to read My Hero?
I do, and started actually a while ago. I started from the Gentle Hero arc.
Nice.
Which I probably should have just started later.
Probably.
But, yeah. I might still. Maybe I'll jump to like, I'd say probably Lady Nagant.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be a good place to start, because it's like...
It's like right before where we stopped watching the anime.
You got to her in the anime?
Yeah, we watched her whole thing in the anime, and then we just stopped watching.
I still haven't. The last 2 episodes of the anime, I haven't watched it. My wife's watched it, because I've said that me and her watched that together. But it was like one day, and she's like, "Oh, we watching My Hero?" I was like, "I kind of just don't feel like it right now." She's like, "All right, well, I'm going to watch it." I was like, "All right, I'll catch up." And then it just didn't.
Today I looked at my partner. He's like, "What anime do I have to watch?" I was like, I went down the list too, and I was like, "Oh, and we also have My Hero." And he's just like, "Oh, yeah, we could catch up in that." I was like, "I think another season's coming if you want to wait." That's a great idea.
I've heard nothing.
What an amazing idea!
I've heard nothing of another season coming, by the way.
I did see like a headline. I don't think it has like a date or anything.
Yeah.
Probably more speculation of when it's coming.
Probably. I'm like super spoiled this season, and I know of like nothing that's going to be coming out to sustain me next season. I don't think there's a single big title next season.
Random spoilers.
Oh no, I mean of like series anime seasons, but I know like 3 spoilers at this point. One that I told you on the way here, that's something that's happening currently in the manga. Oh, and I know the spoiler that was in the movie.
And I spoiled you on Stars and Stripes.
Oh, yeah.
What her quirk is, at least. But that's at least a small part of it.
The picture of Shigaraki beating her was everywhere. So
cool.
Because I
at least kept my mouth shut about that.
Because I was the one that specifically asked you. I was like, who's the girl that wears...
The
America stuff that Shigaraki, like, beat.
Okay, I feel less bad now, then.
She's in the last episode.
Nice.
Cause
I love that power.
Sure
I do like her design, too. I love that power, though. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's a cool power to have.
Reminds me of that not Grand Order. God damn it. Big Order anime that was absolutely terrible. It's the one where he touched the girl with the bunny ears, and he touched the girl's ear, and then she's instantly pregnant. Did I just unlock memories for you? It had a discount Gasai Yuno.
And then, like, out of nowhere, later it's like him and his blood sister just decided to do out of fucking nowhere.
And the dad was also like, it was your sister that caused the great calamity, like right at the end when they wrapped it all up in like one episode.
It made no sense. That anime was trash, and I watched
I've never seen something turn into a dumpster fire faster. I was sold episode 1.
Me too.
It was pretty much an anime where everyone's powers domain expansions, and his was like he could order everyone in his domain to like around. I'm like, that's so cool. And then the girl that wants to kill you, but she's ordered to protect you. That's a cool little thing. And then he touched the girl's buddy ears, and she became pregnant. I was like, this is garbage. I'm watching garbage right now.
Literally instantly pregnant.
That like, instantly ruined the anime.
Instantly like 6 months, 7 months pregnant by just touching her ears.
Boom.
Funny ass meme.
The fastest I've seen an anime go bad. Taboo Tattoo at least took an entire series to do it.
Yeah, that was another one too.
They were really close together in time too. That's why I remember them both so well. They both disappointed me greatly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to. You know what? If I ever make a YouTube debut, maybe that should be it. These two anime are garbage. Here's why.
Well, you'd have to finish both of them to give a full
I did.
analysis. Did you finish?
I finished Big Order and Taboo Tattoo. Especially Taboo Tattoo, because it specifically, I called it. I remember back in the day, I'm like, this shit's going to end in a kaiju fight, and I'm so mad. And then it ended in a kaiju fight, and I was so mad. So yeah, I absolutely finished both. That's why I know the fucking Big Order ending too. He's like, your sister caused this calamity, but by then I was so checked out. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about any of this. It's crazy that all this is happening in the last episode. Like right now, though. Plot really kicked in.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Very.
Could we sell those and get a No Game No Life season 2, please? Can I Fate Grand Order my way back into these singularities and untangle them?
I don't know. Maybe not.
Probably
not,
unsalvageable, yeah. I mean, Taboo Tattoo could probably still be a good show. It had a much subtler decline. It's like halfway through the series, and again, the final battle mostly. Big Order was garbage to the DNA, though. Like, that shit was never deep.
Yeah, it went downhill pretty quick, pretty fast.
Because that bunny girl thing happened, like episode 4 to 6,
yeah, and
somewhere
honestly,
in there.
those bunny girls, her ears looked like it was a headband, too. It didn't look like they were her actual ears.
I think she was even a bunny girl.
She wasn't. She's just a girl in a kimono
just call it
that
at the
had a
beginning
bunny
of
girl
season
thing.
2.
And she's like, "You don't touch my ears, I'll get pregnant." And he catches her. She goes to fall, and he catches her ears.
She even just cries immediately
and just
boom,
belly, baby, and like nothing came of it later, right?
No.
She didn't pop out a baby.
I don't know if she had the kid or not. Oh, don't do this to yourself.
We're gonna find the fuck out.
Did that girl from Big Order have baby?
Well, what's the full name? Is it just Big Order?
I think it's called Big Order. Oh god, it is.
Yeah, it is. Ah, baby!
Oh man, other people need to know. Oh no.
Oh, yep, her name. Alright. Let's see here. Plot. Oh my god, ads. I see. After the discussion. It really just does not give me any of the info I wanted. Well, we know her name now. What's her name?
Io.
Let's find out.
Did Io gives birth?
It comes right back.
The man who made her pregnant.
Oh, yeah. Right. Well, I mean, it just says this. It just doesn't...
I'm assuming this manga got canceled. Or light novel.
Yeah, see, even this person says ribbon. I'm going to click on this. That's what the comments say. Oh, it's all 7 years ago. Fuck. Ain't no one gonna know here.
And then they played Simon Says until Aquaman showed up. Incredible. I love this show so much. Why are you talking about best girl in Big Order? None of them are best girl.
No. None.
This show is just one big meme.
These comments, light rays. Why you gotta be so cruel?
Still going strong, my ass.
Yeah, it was just bad.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, no definitive answer. Could not find.
I would give that a rewatch.
No, I wouldn't.
Man, I don't watch garbage like Fate. Let me go watch Big Order again.
Fate is way better than this. Don't you dare slander Fate in anywhere categorizing it in the same level as this.
It is kind of the opposite. They gave me her banging a dragon, which is like, mwah. Mwah.
Yeah, there you go.
Way better than ribbon pregnancy.
I'm trying to see here.
The Gasai Yuno ripoff was great, though. I keep calling her a ripoff. She wasn't actually like crazy. She wasn't like Yuno crazy.
Yeah, Yuno's pretty fucking crazy. Let's see here. Manga.
Yeah, I want to know how long. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad your brain went there too.
That's what I wanted to know.
Even 10 volumes is pretty fucking long.
Big Order Illustrated.
If that was 7 chapters per volume, which is pretty low, then it would be 70 chapters. And 7 again is kind of low, I think. Oh, here we go. Chapter list. Oh no, that's the anime.
Yeah,
so that's gross.
I wanted to see if it said that it got canceled or if it just concluded.
They had the baby. Show over.
Gross. Oh, I did not want to do that.
I think no one cares enough about Big Order to put information about it. Oh wait, reception.
Yes. Oh, it's a... And touches the ribbon, acts like...
And she doesn't even have a last name, so it's not
Oh,
like...
what the fuck? Anyone that grabs the rabbit ear / antennas will cause her to rapidly become pregnant and soon give birth, which will result in the loss of her powers. Although the baby will disappear after a while if not given birth. Oh,
what the?
How do you not give birth to it?
And then eventually, it's just, I'm gone. I'm your nutrients again.
Oh my god! She eventually becomes romantic feelings.
Did your body cannibalize the baby?
And becomes a love rival with Rin. Her. Oh my god.
Hack.
Ugh.
Hack
right,
rating.
Reception. Let's see. David West of Neo gave the anime a 1 out of 5 stars, criticizing the story, production values, and the main character EG, as well as his relationship with Senna, which he found to be troubling. He also criticized the plot, knowing most of the violence was without consequence. Senna is the sister, by the way.
Yeah.
I only know that only because
I was like, that's not the yandere's name.
No, it's Rina. So that.
But that would also be problematic though, because she's there against her will. Oh, the illness being causing the apocalypse.
Ugh. All right, let's get away from this trash. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh my god. Fake Saw Man gets more sauce.
The whole church gets more sauce.
Well, was that... You said that the people theorizing that was the flamethrower guy?
Yeah. And
Dude with the
I don't know
ponytail?
what they're getting it from. They could just remember the page where he was a human before he transformed that I'm completely forgetting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had to look up that sword guy had lines in part 1. So, I trust the discourse. And like I was saying last week, I'm glad this came up. Like I was saying last week, Flamethrower guy was the only guy in that Makima fight arc that wasn't solely talking about Makima. So it almost seemed like he might not have been mind controlled. And that kind of lines up with him being a complete asshole. A really immature asshole at that. With the little nose poke. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, it's... Oh my god. I'd be so mad.
I was the most grown-looking man, the child.
I love how the church has his head just on top of the fucking puppet.
I'm so happy at Denji's reaction to the church in general.
Oh my god.
His disgusted face. It's like every single time his face was saying the word cringe.
Yeah, he was like, this is cringe. Everything is cringe.
You saw the pews, you saw the statue, and every single time it's just, ugh.
And it's weird, too, because they're treating him... Well, that Kobene ripoff girl. Does she know that he was just a rando, or did she know that he was Chainsaw Man?
Also, he.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, either way. Did any of these people, other than Katana Sword Dude, why are they different people? A katana is a sword. How can you be afraid of katanas specifically if you're not afraid of swords?
And wouldn't that default make sword guys stronger? Because wouldn't that also lump in the fear of katanas in with every other kind of sword?
Yes, exactly. And you can argue, well, no, I think it's the katana's not even the best sword out there.
No.
It's just not. They didn't even use it in wartime as the
Naginata?
Yeah, the Naginata.
It's pretty much like a sword blade on top of a spear pole.
Well, no, not a Naginata. Yes, but the katana was... I forget what it's called. It's something with an N, but it's a katana, but longer.
Yeah.
They used that during war times. They didn't use the katana during war.
It's the same way that most armies use spears, because they need to get people off of horses.
Yeah, and longer range is better, which is why they say the longsword is like arguably the best, because, and sorry to get off on this weird tangent too, but I've grown increasingly angry when I see certain things of like when you see your stereotypical longsword or like large blade, not your fantasy guts blades, not those fucking heavy things, but like that cinematic I showed you of Elder Scrolls Online where the one knight guy was fighting the three main characters, and you saw he had like a longsword. He's swinging that thing around like it weighs 100 pounds, right? That thing weighs 3 pounds. That's how heavy. Like that katana right there that I have right there is probably 2.5 pounds in total weight. Yeah. And a longsword is longer. It's like because the replica bleach one that's down there
denser.
Yeah. So while the blades are about the same, it's just that the katana's curved and the longsword's longer. But when it gets longer, it just comes to a longer, like thinner point. So the weight distribution isn't that much more. Because I follow this dude on YouTube that has like videos and shows that, and he has long swords and katanas, and he shows how easily he can swing it around. He's not, he's muscular, but he's kind of, I don't want to say he's short, but he's on the shorter side. He's probably like 5'7", 5'8", and he's swinging this thing around like a fucking stick that he found off the ground, you know what I mean? And he always argues that too, because like they're not heavy weapons, you know what I mean? You're not slugging this thing around.
It's not Guts' greatsword.
Yeah, it's a very nimble, very quick weapon that you can utilize very easily.
Because it wouldn't be practical if it wasn't.
Exactly. You'd be slow, and then anybody with any kind of speed would just trounce you.
And,
but anyway.
And most people you're arming usually aren't trained warriors. They're peasantry. They're civilians. Back in that time.
Mm. Or if it was some training, it was just like, it's not like...
Yeah,
these aren't like knights and shit that spend their whole lives training.
These aren't those like slave warriors from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, the Unsullied.
Yes.
Have you just like stopped watching that?
I want to continue, but I have put it off for a while though.
Yeah, it's fine. You got other things going on.
And PlayStation 5, and that's my TV. Being busy.
True. But anyway, about that, back to Chainsaw Man off that.
Back to Sword Man.
Sword Man needing to be the same as Katana Guy, but it's okay. I'll live. But these guys, this dude,
brainwashed.
This dude, super sus, flamethrower man.
Yeah. And then, just a jackass too.
He really is, and I feel like he's purposely being a jackass too, because like I keep saying, everything is set up, right? They keep introducing new people. They're set. He
hasn't even seen us in this chapter.
Yeah, he's setting up whatever the fuck the plot is going. You know what I mean? Whatever it looks like, in my opinion, it's. Actually, I can't even say that. I was gonna say that it was gonna be probably some kind of like confrontation between the Chainsaw Church and like the public security, but I'm like, public security is just Yoshida and the one other guy we've seen through the entirety of part 2. And Yoshida's sus anyway. He's talking to Famine.
I was just thinking, I mean, Famine's behind the church. Do you think these are actually like
she's high
Famine's
up
orders then?
Well, because she's high up. That dude that was in the shadows that we only saw his hand and he put it on Famine's. That guy thinks the one in charge maybe, but I think she's like high enough up that she could do whatever she wants to. But it's one of the two of them that are.
Because this seems weirdly like in her character too. You know what I mean? Well, making him choose between killing Asa or Nayuta, even though Nayuta's her sister. I mean, she clearly doesn't give a fuck.
She really doesn't. But again, harkens back to the old thing. Why you want the smoke? He's already beaten 2 of your siblings.
Yep.
And we know nothing about Death, and Death needs to be a G.
I would say he swung hands at Darkness. It didn't do anything, but he swung hands at him.
Yes. Denji will swing hands at anyone.
Fucking, he's the only fucking devil that has like a public following.
Which is weird too, because that's the whole thing that made... That was the whole thing of Makima's plan, was to make him that, so it would weaken him, so... Because they don't fear him anymore, so because they don't fear Chainsaw Man, Chainsaw Man's weaker.
I do wonder if devils fearing him does anything.
I think so.
I would think so too. I feel like it's just like a vibe you put out.
Yeah, right? I don't know the inner workings of that particular issue, but...
Oh man, that reminded me of something. Just like a piece of something, because it goes back to when Angel tells Aki the last thing most devils hear when they go to hell. Actually, not most devils. Angel asked every devil and fiend in public safety division what the last thing they heard in hell was, or what they remember of hell, and all of them said it was the sound of a chainsaw revving. So they have like an internalized fear of him.
Maybe he's just like the regional torturer in hell.
That's what I was also wondering, because like, again, dying in hell brings you to the regular world, so I wonder if he's just like some like hell vigilante.
He just goes around killing demons in hell.
Go kill it again,
and go back to the surface, live your best life. I'll see you next time.
Yeah,
and they all
be glad I didn't eat you.
Which makes no sense anyway.
I only killed you
because I ate the control devil and spit out Nayuta. Make that make sense, please. Make it make sense. Tell me.
I'm hoping they'll go to hell again. I'm hoping that's where it's leading.
Well, it's...
We've seen the doors opening again, stuff like that.
Fallen devil and stuff, and the whole
that'd be cool
big bad that they foreshadowed, or, you know, what they say, the most powerful devil.
Yeah, it's the Lord of Fear.
Yeah.
Lord of Terror. You better look sick for all this build-up.
Yeah, well, because we talked about it a couple of podcasts ago too, and who could be stronger than, say, Darkness or Death. And now that Fallen's there, because Fallen, I watched a documentary recently about it, and it just randomly said, I don't know how true this is. You hear things on the internet, you know what I mean? Take it with a grain of salt. But they were saying there's only 2 things that the human body is like born afraid of, like instinctually afraid of, and one of them is fallen. I forget what the other one is.
That makes me feel so much better, because I've had a fear of falling a long time.
Yeah, and I forget what the other one was, but the only reason that one stuck with me is because I was like, oh, the fallen devil.
Yeah.
That. But so
and
it's
all
like,
the casualties, off-screen casualties. Yeah, even what we saw is pretty terrifying, though, for like an average person. Like, most devils just like destroy the building. Maybe you got caught in it, or kill you personally.
She's called planetary problems.
Yeah. Again, what we see is a whole apartment of people just jumping out.
Yeah,
just from being near her before she even formed a body.
Craziness.
Yeah, that's pretty terrifying.
And even more so when you think that Famine has her
just on lock.
But
that's just one of my weapons.
So it's like,
Oh, it'd be such a cool fight. Asa's set up for such a cool fight with Famine. Famine's just throwing out powerful devils. Asa's taking them out with different weapons she's created. That'd be so cool. So much potential. Where are we going, Fujimoto?
Yes, please tell us. I need payoff.
It's gonna be at least another setup chapter. At least.
At least
Asa
another
coming back into the story.
7, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because who is it gonna be? It's not gonna be the Darkness Devil.
No.
And it's not. I don't
think we're even gonna get the Lord of Terror right away. I feel like there's gonna be, at least one big fight incident.
I think there's gonna be some big lead up to, if anything, for that. Like
whether it's Flamethrower, because I can see Denji being like, "You're gonna make me choose. Well, I choose you. I don't give a shit about any of you people here."
He doesn't. He does not give a fuck about anybody.
You're all cringe.
Naita and his dogs.
Yeah. And a little bit Asa. A little bit.
Well,
there's a nugget in there. He doesn't want to go there and kill her.
True. He's
they saw a penguin together.
And I don't know. See, that's always the problem with, in this situation where you have control / pestilence, because they're the same thing intertwined with 4 horsemen. And then you have famine and war. But then you throw in death. And in this instance, death should be just
killing everything around you.
Infinitely more powerful than the other 3. But he's considered one of the 4 horsemen in this thing, And the Darkness Devil's there. What would be more?
All the weapons aren't created equal either.
True.
To be fair.
This is fair.
Bomb Devil versus Sword Man, I think, is Atomic Bomb versus Coughing Baby.
Very true. But, do you think that death should be categorized as a 4 horseman, or one of the primordial fears like darkness and hell devil?
Why not both?
Or is the hell devil a primordial, or did they? Because they mention him, her, it. Don't we see the hell devil too, right? Isn't it like a horse and it's on fire? It's like a horse-shaped body mixture.
I don't remember what the Hell Devil looks like, but the girl that's the Doll Devil spoke directly to it.
I'm pretty sure it was a bunch of corpses in the shape of a fucking thing. Yeah, with fire. Yeah, so it's like a mini.
Yeah, because that's right before that. The building hand thing is her sending them to hell.
God, this page.
Because I remember what happened. It was her, the old guy that she had under her control, and the new guy that she just got under her control formed a triangle around the building and did a contract to send everyone in the building to hell.
Right, yeah, because this is the Hell Devil right here, and then this is the Darkness Devil, right?
Yeah, sure is.
Fucking Gun Devil too, though, man, because he was so amped up on the fear. I still he's still got the biggest destructive feat in the fucking verse.
And because of that destructive feat, he got even more powerful because now everyone fears him and guns more.
Yeah, exactly. That whole thing. Ooh, that's a badass coloration.
Yeah, it is. I like that shot right next to it of Denji.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that shot too. Yeah.
Makima in the arms.
Fucking when he blew up Aki's house in Aki's flashback.
Oh, that's a great shot of all the weapon hybrids.
Right here?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get a bigger picture of this. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, much bigger. And there's Sword Guy, Bomb Girl, Quan Chi, Whips, it looks like.
Yeah, this has got to be fan-made, right? I don't ever remember this.
No, I think that is actually a panel.
Oh, yeah, well, this
because Makima brought all of those people to the fight.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And there's Spear in the corner. And Flamethrower right there above him.
Right here?
Yep. I can tell because of the jacked up face. He has the ugliest face. That's a tough race. Quan Chi over there looking real rough.
Yeah, and Denji just Denji
looks, I love that for him. He looks so goddamn cool.
Yeah, and he just wipes the floor with all of them. Makima's there too, because there's a panel.
Yep.
I saw it right over here of him wrapping
she
them all
rolls up with them.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. That's something I've always loved about Makima, is just how unfazed she always remains.
Right. I need to because I know that...
Oh, there's the Darkness Devil, Dull Devil hopped up on Darkness Devil flesh.
Yes.
I need to reread the final fight now. Like, I just need to continue on with my reread.
Because I don't remember how he gets Makima.
I remember how he gets Makima. It's so good.
Yeah, because he does it in, like, the cemetery, right, son?
Yeah, because that's when he's, like, hiding, and he looks like... Well, actually, he's waiting for her, and he looks like one of the crosses, because he has his chainsaw down and one to the side. But what happens is he, like, separated part of himself to regenerate into a chainsaw man. She takes that down. Denji himself is hiding in the bodies in the cemetery. Comes up with just a plain old chainsaw and...
Cuts her down.
Yep.
And then
because she's focused on Chainsaw Man, she didn't smell Denji around at all.
She's overconfident.
Yep. And over-focused. She didn't regard Denji as, like, a person.
Yeah.
That panel's so good, too. Yeah. He just looks so cold.
And then he eats her.
Yep.
It only happened one time.
So once I say it again, it's a sitcom. Just think of Denji talking to those reporters again.
Oh, Jesus.
Chainsaw Man's lucky number.
Oh, no. Oh, jeez.
We'll see where it goes.
Yeah. I'm excited, though.
I'm excited.
It's one of the things I look forward to reading the most currently.
Me too. I think that the fact that I don't know what's going to happen is a large part of that.
Yeah.
Because like, what's he shipping me this time?
Because it's of everything. Well, I don't want to say everything, but of like the big ones, like this and Chainsaw Man and JJK. It's like JJK. All right, what do they have still left in their bag? But you can see what's going to happen.
In fact, right now, we're like, every week, we're like, yes, it will be more Gojo and Sukuna fighting.
For so long now. But for JJK, I can be like, okay, so one of them's going to lose this fight. And
someone's going to have to pick up the fight.
Someone's going to have to pick up the fight, whether that means Kenjaku rolls in to fight Gojo, or
Yuji pops in.
Yuji and them pop in to fight Sukuna, which seems more likely.
Coughing, baby.
Seems more likely to me that Gojo loses, which is he's winning now, and I think he proves that he would win, and I think he's gonna get the upper hand. And I still like I still lean towards the idea that Kenjaku's gonna come out of nowhere and pull some underhanded stuff to allow Sukuna to come out on top.
Yeah.
Where if Kenjaku didn't, Gojo would have won. I think it's going to be at like the precipice moment where Gojo's about to beat Sukuna, and then Kenjaku comes rolls in to save his boy. Yeah, or something. You know, it could be something else he's planning, something we haven't seen yet. You know what I mean?
Merger time.
Imagine if he just fucking
Magojo Suk.
I was just gonna say, imagine if he just fucking hops bodies into Gojo. No, Kenjaku just fucking jumps out of fucking ghetto and into Gojo.
That'd be the worst.
It would be.
That'd be game over.
Because then you'd have limitless 6 eyes, curse womb.
Possibly still gravity curse manipulation.
Curse manipulation. Because we know he would, because he got gravity from Yuji's mom, apparently.
He still has that shit, yeah.
So if he does hop bodies, then I'd be like, well, Kenjaku's the strongest in the verse now.
Red, blue, Uzumaki, purple.
Gravity beams.
Gravity barrier. Red, blue, Uzumaki, purple. And anyone he kills with Uzumaki, he gets like a once usage of their curse technique too. That's how he used Mahito's.
Itadori, now I'm everyone's brother.
I'm going to need y'all to group up so I can just Uzumaki you all at once. I want to see how many curse techniques I can hold. Maki, you can live. I got nothing to gain from you. Go.
You just
Shoo.
cut her head off or something.
Goodbye, monkey.
Well, would Geto, not Kenjaku, would Geto consider Maki a monkey?
Yeah.
But she's got heavenly restrictions. She's not.
He absolutely would, though. I just feel it in my bones. He didn't respect her in the movie.
You're right.
He was talking down to her specifically very hard.
You're right, he was. But then I'm sitting there, boy, you just mad. Told you beat your ass.
It's true, and she doesn't contribute to the problem. She has no cursed energy. Ergo, she can't make curses. So she's still not, like, part of the pleb masses.
Which is... Cursed, yes. So it's just normal people that make it, right? It's not sorcerers that
sorcerers like have good enough control that they don't make it.
Right. Makes sense. Okay. Whatever. Fuck them. Fuck you.
Not that I want to ship out more of Gege's exposition that's been forced in my brain, which this chapter had a lot. There's a lot of big old text boxes that I kind of skimmed through, not gonna lie.
Oh, I read through it all.
I
Gojo just really contemplating what Sukuna's gonna do, and then turns out to be right, and then he's like, well, I guess I'm using
There's
purple.
all the theory crafting in the middle there when he's just like, so he can use the techniques. Does Maharaga adapt in this way or this way? I think it's kind of this way because my red's this, but is it my red's output that's the problem, or is it incremental adaptation and not adaptation all at once? I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I was there for it.
I'm not thinking about why your reds are weaker. Stop making me think about it.
I don't know. I think that it builds on the story. I don't think it's a negative
I think it builds on the power system, which doesn't need more building.
I think it's just more of him trying to explain the situation. I think it's just Gege's way of trying to overanalyze what's happening.
Yeah, I just wish it was like half as much. Just cut it nice in half. I didn't need does it adapt incrementally or instantly? Or is it my output? Just don't even bring up your output there. Just ask how it adapts. I don't know. I don't know. It just pains me that you bring up like 4 scenarios and only one of these is actually the way. And you're doing this in the middle of a fight.
This is the way.
I got Tagashi white boxes with text on them like twice this chapter and it irked me.
Hunter.
Not that that's some unforgivable sin. It is a medium with writing as well, but I noticed.
True. But that's all I got for JJK and
Chainsaw
Man.
I got back into JJK's bag. But we should talk about the one who alone is the flawless one. Dandadan.
I just need these 2 people to walk to the grocery store alone. Why did everyone else need to tag along?
It was so sad when it was like, I'm all set. And then everyone's like, yeah, we're all going. I'm like, yay that it roped Ken back in, but boo that you're all here. Why didn't you just say yes? Be a man.
Or why don't you both just speak aloud your feelings? Bring it onto the surface. You are made for each other. Ever since chapter 1, when she couldn't say your name, you were in the bag, bro.
I am glad that he saw that note, though.
I am as well.
I would have been very angry. Well, not angry, but I would have been very distraught.
I'm angry that he's trying to play it off as oh, I love you for picking that out for me, not in like I like you.
Yeah.
And he's like, but I like
conflating
her. Like her
the
too.
two.
And they're just both sitting there being all mad nervous and shit like this. And then Kinta behind her. It's like, she seems flustered. She has realized my presence behind her. She wants me.
There was a split second there where he got me. I was like, is Kinta really going to be my man and wingman through this situation? It was a split second, and then I read the next panel.
No, he's trying to wingman himself when he's obviously already got Vamala hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
Back up, bud.
I'm going to be so sad.
With what?
I'd be so sad when the Kinta Vamala connection gets gets solidified. I'm scared.
Why?
I'm scared.
I want it to happen so that Vamala stays away from my boy Ken. So that my boy
I don't want it to happen because she deserves so much better.
Gigi's gotta stop being such a good friend too.
Yeah, Gigi could go be Vamala's friend. They make a good pair.
Yeah.
Him going, Yummo, and her just being happy to be eaten, and then joining her with the Yumbos.
The other bitch whose name I don't care to remember.
I love Ira.
She can be alone forever.
She's being a sweetheart this chapter.
I don't give a fuck. Yes, but you know what? Sure.
Totally unjustified at this point.
Her introduction is still trash.
Totally unjustified at this point. No room for redemption.
None.
It's been like 100 chapters.
It's not. We're only on 119.
Yeah, she was introduced really early. I think by 19 chapters, Ira was in the story.
I don't think so, because it was a long stretch where it was just Ken and Momo.
I don't think that long.
I think it was.
Because they met Ira before Gigi.
Yeah, but Gigi was only 2 arcs ago.
And them finding the aliens and the ghosts was all in the first chapter. You think it's 19 chapters of Turbo Granny and the sumo guy? I don't know, man. I don't know if she'd fully joined the party by 19, but I would bet that she at least was in the story.
Yeah, but when she was introduced, she bullied Ken and Momo.
Mostly both. Momo too. The fake out date out.
Big time. Because Momo caught on to it.
It's been the Loch Ness Monster, the conductors.
Loch Ness Monster was such a good arc.
It was so good. The musicians, all of this fight, and even in this little dine out, she was feeding the little alien dude with a smile on her face. She wasn't being like her usual punk.
Momo's the leader, though. Fuck out of here.
Well, no, Ken's back. Ken's the leader.
Yeah. I don't know. Momo's been in charge.
The strategist too.
She's been in charge the whole time.
When I think leader, I think of the person that stays in the back to middle, and that's kind of Momo's range too.
Mm-hmm. Dandadan, don't mess with that first page, double page spread too. First page.
Beautiful.
It's like, wow, he's opening with this shit.
Such comfy vibes this chapter.
Yeah, nice little cookout.
Everyone being happy. And a bunch of yumbos.
And then some giant... I think that's the fucking...
I think it's... Yeah, Reiko Kashima.
Yeah.
I was so happy I remembered her name earlier. I was just like sitting to myself reading. I was like, Reiko Kashima.
You've come back. You ain't fooling me.
This the whole gang's there. I don't think she wants that smoke, but...
I don't think they want the smoke either. I mean, she just showcased against an armada, a full armada of aliens.
Fair, that they were hopeless against. At that point.
I don't think even if fucking, like, the whole group with Turbo Granny, and Shrimp Guy...
I don't know. I don't know Granny's bag yet.
That's true.
Then again, she spent like 7 days hammering nails in a field to take care of someone else's problem, so maybe her bag takes a while.
But she also specifically made sure to tell Momo that you don't want the smoke from that specific...
Yeah, Momo even repeated too, and not even my granny could beat this one.
Yeah. I love Granny's character design too.
I love her.
The baseball bat is just the
greatest. Yes. All of it. All of Dandadan's character designs are fire.
I hunt ghosts with the baseball bat.
It is just such a good vibe.
Oh, it's so good.
The Serpoian showing up.
Just to be like, yo, look at my gun arm that I got now.
Yeah. I think
You're not going to attack us, right? You're not going to attack us, right? I'll see you around.
That's
That's not an
that
answer.
meme. It's literally the
The
meme.
Anakin meme.
You're not gonna attack us, right?
Smile face.
I do think you wanted to just say thank you, but couldn't muster it up, especially with Momo.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Sapporo dude. He's just like, it was still funny as fuck though, and him just showing up being like, "Hey, bitch, I'm still alive." Don't forget.
I just love this shot with Vamala mimicking Gigi's pose. Took a little screenshot of it.
Oh. I just love the whole dynamic now. You can tell they're actually all like friends. You know what I mean?
I forgot what I want to say it was Super Eye Patch Wolf mentioned when he was talking about Dandadan that he's like, what I'm here for is to see this table that just started with Momo and Granny at the table fill up with more and more people every time. That's exactly what happened. Now we're at another dinner scene with another 2 people. We got Kinta here and Vamala here, and the little alien Pistol Shrimp Man.
What's Valmala gonna do now, though? Didn't the suit get
Be
destroyed?
homeless.
Be homeless? Yeah.
I don't know if it's destroyed. I mean, he crawled out, but
I mean,
they could easily just be like, here's some nano stuff. It's better.
Yeah, because that suit was pretty OP. I mean, when she first showed up,
Sure.
it took like 4 of them to defeat her. Well, no, it took a whole fucking kaiju battle Power Rangers power up to take her down.
I can't wait to reread Dandadan because I know I'm going to buy the physicals, so.
I can't wait to watch Dandadan.
I can't wait to watch Dandadan.
Gotta be done right, though.
Yep. I'm thinking. Yeah, I still just think Trigger for some reason, even though it's such a bad pitch.
Last time we talked about Bones.
Yes, Bones. So, the Soul Eater video I watched, the guy mentioned Bones. He was just like, it's done by Studio Bones. You know them. I don't need to list out all the stuff they've done.
Apparently.
But I will.
Apparently, in that moment last episode, we needed reminding. Being like, oh yeah, they
Banging
did
them
this.
off.
Oh yeah, they did that.
Bangers. Mob Psycho. Enough
Yes.
said. Space Dandy. Enough said.
Mm-hmm. It's good stuff.
Excellent stuff.
The best stuff. Well, not
Actually, some of it's the best stuff.
some of it. It's up there.
Space Dandy
It's
is
up there with the
peak.
best stuff. That's for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of Trigger, I can't wait for Panty and Stocking to come back. I can't wait.
To have any official release or anything, or
No.
announcements or nothing?
It's just official that Trigger has it.
It's just official. It's happening.
Yeah. Which is super fair that Trigger has it because Gainax was the original makers and Trigger is like refugee Gainax animators.
Yeah.
It was after Gurren Lagann and Evangelion. Yes. They all got drunk and pretty much wrote Panty and Stocking, and then they're like, let's make this.
Awesome.
We do all this serious shit. Let's do something that's just not serious. It's based off of like South Park and Invader Sim.
You've described it or shown me. I think you've shown me some clips from it before. So
It's so raunchy though. It's going to be interesting to see how it comes back because it's one of those things I don't think it could have been made today.
how old is it? Excuse me.
Not that old actually. I don't actually know.
Time to find out.
In 2010.
Oh, 13 years.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it definitely could be made today, especially the dub.
But
If you ever watch it, dub. Dub to dub dub dub. Dub. Dub to dub.
I'll consider it.
Dub to dub dub dub.
You know, I watched the entire One Piece trailer again today because I saw that it was the subbed it was the Japanese voiceovers one. So it's like, oh, let's see how awkward this looks with.
Did it look awkward? Was it awkward or was it all right?
It is. It's like watching the old Asian Chinese movies dubbed in English. It's just, yeah.
It's just weird.
Yeah. Honestly, the one that worked fine was like Zorro because like the actor's facial expressions aren't like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of easy to match that, but like
Sakamoto days.
this right here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't know that though. That was an amazing slow scroll, my dude.
Oh, Sakamoto in disguise. Sorry.
No, it's fine. That's awesome.
This is
That's
not
hilarious.
a spoiler or anything.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was it just saying? What were we talking before you said that? I was like,
You like flashbanged my brain.
I paused halfway through the sentence because he scripted that. What the fuck were we just talking? Oh my god, what the fuck? Men in Black just rolled up in here and just fucking red flashed us. I totally remember now. Fucking the One Piece thing. I was talking about the voice syncs and everything with
Zoro.
Zoro worked fine because the facial expressions, but because it's all of the original, it's all the animated anime VAs in Japanese. But like I can listen to Luffy, but it's weird because I'm like, oh, that's just Luffy's voice actor. But the expressions, like it works way better when he's talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I can see the Luffy in him when he's acting it, but then it doesn't translate well to him acting with a voiceover of Luffy's VA on top of it. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, this is weird.
You get a little jarring.
A little bit. Sanji was alright too, but Sanji's also not in the trailer that much speaking, so I'm like...
Yeah, it's literally like a shot of him to camera.
Yeah, so I'm like, alright, yeah, I'm just gonna watch this in dub. It's whatever. Even though... Because, like, I would never watch the anime in dub. Never in a million years. But in this situation...
It's not even a dub.
What?
Because they're not dubbing over the audio.
So, in this instance, it's not a dub. It's just people talking on screen.
Watching the show.
Exactly. So, it's just... I can't...
So it's sub or dub.
I couldn't do it. I could do it back in the day when I watched, like, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
No.
I would watch that movie again.
No, actually, I could do it better today than back in the day, but I wouldn't do it specifically to listen to a different language.
But, like, today, if I was to watch Crouching
I watched
Tiger,
Squid
Hidden Dragon...
Games in the Korean.
So did I.
Oh, wait.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Because you watched it with your parents.
Yeah, I did. Oh. I watched other movies in Japanese,
I was going to say, if I was to watch Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, I'd watch it in Chinese with subtitles.
Yeah, I watched a couple gore flicks with my partner that were definitely in Japanese.
Pretty sure that was a Chinese movie.
And Tokyo Vice, which is both English and Japanese. Show slaps.
Cool. I haven't seen it.
The actor even learned Japanese for the role.
That's commitment.
Yeah.
Commitment and a half.
And he pulls it off.
There you go.
It's on HBO, though, so.
I don't have HBO.
It's so good. It's so good. But like you said, it's expensive. So if you ever do get it, go in with a plan of what to watch. You know what I mean?
The last time we had it was to watch House of Dragons. House of the Dragons.
Going with a better plan. I'm joking. I don't know how good or bad it was.
It was actually really good.
Good. I'll use that to rinse the taste of season 8 out of my mouth when I get there.
Season 7 and 8.
Oh, no. No.
Season 6 is where you can start to see the decline.
No.
But it's still worth watching season 6. 7 is just okay, but you're like, some of this is is going down. It's going down bad. And then season 8 is like, oh no, we're falling. We're falling, guys. We're falling.
And I definitely plan to watch it because I want to see what people's complaints were.
I watched that shit live. Season 7 and 8, I watched when they came out each weekly.
I do remember one criticism was people saying that travel time just stopped existing when it existed all show long.
Yes.
Which is like, it's fine to not have travel time in your show, but you got to commit to one or the other.
Daenerys goes back and forth through like the entire planet in like the course of an episode.
God damn.
And I'm like,
wasn't the Hound and Arya walking through like the same woods for like a whole season?
Yeah. It took them 2 whole seasons to get from the main city to the Vale.
Yeah, yep.
I don't know how long of a walk that is.
King's Landing.
King's Landing, yes.
I haven't seen Casterly Rock yet.
It's not in the show.
What?
It's never shown.
Fuck.
It's nope, it's just never shown.
So it was like Robb Stark was playing to invade it, and George R. R. Martin's just like, ha ha. No, Red Wedding just so you don't go to Casterly Rock. Ha ha.
Well, season 5, the ending, I think it's season 5, the ending of season 5 is the ending of the last book that came out.
Oh no. That's why you can start seeing it in 6. Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
And it's been 13 years since the last book was released.
Yeah, it makes my partner very sad. He was very angry.
Well, the last mainline book, because I actually watched a video about it today.
Hey.
Funny enough, we're talking about this. He's actually written like 6 or 7 books in the last thing about Game of Thrones, just not in the Song of Ice and Fire mainline. Because he wrote The Dance of Dragons. There's like
how do you even jump back into continuing your book after writing 7 other books about your books?
Yeah, he's because he's the words they used is he's fully accepted that and embraced the fact that this is his legacy, so he's doing his best to expand the world as much as he can.
That's not the answer!
And there's still another book that's going to come out after The Winds of Winter, which is the next
That's what I mean. That's expanding is not the answer.
And he says the last time he gave an update, which was last year, he had 1,200 pages written.
He finished writing the Elden Ring DLC.
Yeah. He had 1,200 pages written, and he was about 75% complete. So it's going to have about 1,600 pages.
My partner was so unhappy that he worked on Elden Ring.
Barely, though. You look at it, and you're like, this is just the same fucking story as...
Yeah, he literally just named all the things.
Yeah, and maybe came up with the fact that the ring was shattered or something.
Yeah, like a couple descriptions, too, I'm sure.
And I'm sure it took him a week to do it.
But I'm also sure that the FromSoft people walked in, they're like, it's a dying world. You need to choose the answer of what the order of the world will be to save the world. You're dying. You're undead.
For real.
You really haven't played a Souls game? Ah, shit. Okay.
Shit, what do we do here?
Fuck, just play a Souls game. Do that again. Top of the list.
Top of the list. But no, he only wrote the movie's story. What did you say? Many Martin fans seemingly made a similar mistake and erroneously assumed he had co-written the plot for Elden Ring, seemingly because the game's trailer said it was created by them. Alright, let's see what this article says. What he contributed to the game.
It just saw a line that said he wrote the backstory. The lore.
Aided by him, Martin, but we didn't know exactly what it says. Contract a number of years ago, video game. who is killing each other and what powers they... Oh, so I
So
went
it
back...
literally was from Soft bringing in that outline.
So I went back and wrote a history of what happened 5,000 years before the current game and who all the characters were and who's killing each other and what powers they had, Martin said. That's
So
it.
From Soft literally did that. They literally brought in that like frame and were like, fill in all of the gaps, please.
Yeah, write a backstory for this.
It still fits in the Dark Souls thing because it's a bunch of warring people back in the day that are all old and decrepit now.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Speaking of FromSoft, you've been playing Armored Core.
I have been playing Armored Core. It is extremely good and hard and good.
And hard and good.
And immersive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like...
I love this scene.
I haven't actually seen it.
You haven't seen this treadmill Jojo scene? Oh my god. I've seen it on YouTube. It's fucking amazing. That they're in a gym and this is like the windows and they broke open. So if they fall off this treadmill, they fall out the building and die. And I guess
and you don't even watch JoJo's.
I don't. And I don't know the backstory. There was some kind of like, he beat him last time, so he dedicated his life to running on the treadmill to beat him this time, and he eviscerates his soul.
I do know that's one of Araki's favorite characters to the right.
This?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kishibe Rohan. Yeah, this is from a side story anime.
Armored Core.
Super immersive.
You sent in a picture earlier, but how in depth is the customization on your mech?
Oh, it's pretty nutty. There's a lot of stats.
And a lot of like equipment, so is it just guns stats. Or like pieces?
I mean, there's a lot of pieces. There's a lot of stats to manage to put those pieces on.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Because there's the weapons, head, body, arms, legs. But then there's also your aiming software, your energy generator, your boosters. You gotta manage your energy load and output and your weight load and shit. Like,
all things that I seem to remember from the last Armored Core I played.
All very Armored Core. Incredibly Armored Core. Yeah, it's just surprised how immersive it is. Like, I go through my mission, kill all the peons, kill like another frame, get my money, get my expense report, and then my frame docks back up in the screen. I listen to all my messages from my handlers and all my quest givers, essentially, but all the different corporations giving me jobs, and I just feel like I'm there, honestly. I'm like, right. Oh, yes, my messages of the day. Oh, Handler Walter has another mission for me he got from Balam. Okay, I think I'll go do that. Oh, Balam has my debriefing as we're getting ready to depart. Like, it just, the flow of it all, it's just there. But it's hard. I wasn't joking when I said I almost cried on stream. That was not hyperbole. I almost cried on stream. I was getting really goddamn frustrated. The chapter 1 boss, the end of chapter 1 boss.
Like the final boss of chapter 1.
I'm not going to mince my words. It is such a cock in the ass. I don't have better words for it. Because he's like a normal Armored Core frame, but he also has this ring around him. It's like a ring, and a ring that connects like both sides. That is A, a booster that he's flying around and floating around with, and B, shoots missiles on every part of its surface that loop around and come homing in at you. So that already loops off of my screen to hit me.
How is the arena you fight them in? Is it like
a medium arena? There's definitely no cover. It is.
So you just gotta hope that you can outrun these missiles.
Yeah. So I saw someone call it on Asmon's stream intuition dodging, and I've never hated a phrase more. What the goddamn copium is that shit? But then he, because he's so fast and floaty, also is constantly going off your screen. The lock-on isn't a hard lock-on. It will not turn you with them all the way. He also has this one move, the biggest cock in the ass, where this is the plane. You're facing each other. He literally goes, whoop! And then shoots like a slug shot that
so he
knocks you back,
goes
so
90,
stuns you.
90 degrees
above your head.
Yeah.
And like a little backwards from there too. So he's even like sliding back as he does it. It's the fucking FromSoft switch up. It is the dagger that Morgoth throws at you when you go to heal. It pops up at the worst time and just stuns you. I was so angry, dude.
I bet.
Again, I threw my controller too. I was pissed.
Oof.
I threw it across the floor, and I was getting to that point where I'm like, I was full goddamn tilt. I was trying to keep my voice down because my partner's mom's in her room 2 rooms away, and I'm just trying not to fucking explode.
Brutal.
No Elden Ring boss made me feel like that. Granted, I'm only in the Atlas Plateau, and I'm stuck on a Godskin Apostle. Not Godskin Duo. Godskin Apostle. But it didn't get me feeling like that.
Oh, jeez.
I
don't...
But it's really fun. I'm on chapter 3 now.
Nice.
Halfway through chapter 3, halfway through the game.
6 chapters?
5 chapters, I think, unless there's another 6th one that our friend's on. Because he said he thought he was done. He had the whole rest of chapter 5 to do.
Oh.
So I'm assuming that's where it ends.
I was thinking, I mean, I might get it eventually, but Baldur's Gate comes out next week. Starfield comes out next week.
I'm about to be, the Woody meme? I'm about to be dropping a lot of toys. I'm about to go, I don't want to play with you anymore for Baldur's Gate. Path of Exile, Diablo 4, Warframe, Armored Core, all Forsaken.
I watched a video, I mean, you've probably seen it because you say you're current with everything Asmon's done. I watched a video he posted today. I don't know.
I probably haven't seen it. I watch most of my stuff at work. I just stray off.
Oh, well, I thought you said you're current up to all his streams. So if he posted a video
today... I watch
today...
him at work.
Oh.
In general. He starts his streams at like 1 or 2 a.m.
So you'll watch last night's stream tonight?
No, I watch his streams live. And then
Yeah.
I watch the YouTube stuff for the stuff I miss.
Oh, okay.
While I'm at work.
Well, he was... I'll just give you the gist of...
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and be like, Asmon spoilers!
He was talking... I've seen him a lot. He's a Diablo 4 player. He's got long orange hair.
Yes, Darth Microtransaction.
That's his name.
He mostly puts DM for his name, but it stands for Darth Microtransaction.
He was saying the video title is how Path of Exile is killing Diablo 4. For him. Because he was saying everything that he would need in Diablo 4, Path of Exile has it and does it better.
I actually watched that video, but the original...
I watched Asmon reacting to it.
Because I actually subbed to DM. Because I just think he's a chill dude. He's very middle of the road, too. He's like, shoos away the Diablo 4 bad crowd while still talking about what the game needs and its problems. Like, he even made a whole video about, like, how annoyed he is at the Diablo haters just constantly arguing in his, in his shit. He's just like...
The only thing I think Diablo needs is to fix the experience issue.
I thought about it a lot. I think the 2 things you told me off stream yesterday are, like, the number 1 and 2 things it needs. Is, yes, experience, and B, something with the items. The items need to scale a little farther or something. Or
just the drop rate of items close. Because I still get items that are like item level 600. And I'm like, it was 3. And I'm like, these are useless. I get a weapon. And I was like, I don't give a fuck what the stats on this weapon. The red damage.
Minus 250. Minus 300.
1,000.
Oh, God.
I'm getting staffs.
Oh, that's why, too, because your staffs, I'm doing one-handed.
No, I'm one-handed. I got a wand and a focus, and I'm getting staffs, which are higher potency, that are negative 1,000 damage. I'm like, why is this item being even dropped to me?
Because it's also bad, and that's already bad enough. But even when you get like an 800 drop, you still need the right stat lines. Like, you need these things to be rolling way faster to get the right stat lines.
Yes, exactly.
Because then you're like, an 800 amulet, finally, what is it? It's Radiance passive, which is fire damage, ranks and companion skills, shrine buff duration.
Extra potion healing. Dexterity.
I think shrine duration's my least favorite. I think that's the one I instantly I sour. Or movement speed after killing an elite for 4 seconds.
Useless.
Garbo.
Useless. Fuck out of here with all of that.
So I think that's the two things it needs. Because I was thinking about what kept me playing other ARPGs.
Barrier generation up.
I actually take that on some of my stuff.
I have nothing that generates a barrier. So
keep in mind, every time I pop a cooldown, I generate barrier, and I have 4 cooldowns. So.
Oh well, I mean, I got that too, but.
And I also slot the barrier generation gems too. So it buffs it up even more.
The gems? Which color gem is that?
Diamonds on body armor.
Oh, I put diamonds on weapons for the ultimate skill damage.
Ooh.
And then I put skulls only on accessories for
Same.
that armor.
Same. In fact, when they were doing the whole caged hearts for season 1, a lot of sorcerers, especially, but everyone was like, so does that mean we just lose like 750 armor?
It's a lot of armor.
And then they added armor to the caged hearts in response to that. They're like, you know what? That does sound bad.
And then I mix red and orange on armor for health.
I usually do all red, but my sorcerer I do like 2 red and I have 3 diamonds.
I just put red and orange for the orange is the one that gives you defense when CC'd.
Yeah, which is perfect.
Especially because some of these CCs, man, I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is so long.
They're getting nerfed soon. Mostly like not the duration of them, but them.
You know, the cannibal brutes that they lift up like this and slowly walk at you, and then that stun.
Hate those motherfuckers.
You know who I hate
it feels
more?
like a hopeless situation. Like there's nothing I could do to stop you from stunning me right now, minus killing you.
The ones I hate more are the dudes that look like the guys from God of War, but the same size dudes that carry the obelisk, and they slam it down, and it's a water thing.
One of the drowned big dudes. That thing just murks you.
One shots me.
Yeah.
If I get hit with that and it's an elite, one shots me.
You know what I hate? Is for CC on this one, Revenants. It's really hard to get hit by, but when you do, it sucks. They're the knights with the long swords.
It's a vampire
where they
one,
stab you, and then they take like 5 minutes to pull their sword out of you.
And it's vampiric, so I'm pretty sure they gain life off that too.
It's like the Blood Bishop stun, which I also make extra sure not to get hit by because it feels so goddamn bad.
Oh, because I fight him so much as a boss. First off, I can teleport out of it, so I just save my teleport until he gets it, and I do it. But now I see the animation, and I'm like, I'll dash through you.
I like run around him and then just dash right before he does it, because that also feels like an eternity, and there's no ads. There's nothing here that's gonna kill me.
I only fight 3 bosses anymore, and it kind of gets annoying now. I fight Tomb Lords, Blood Bishops, and the cannibal brute thing with the one axe.
Oh, see, I get Tomb Lords. Another one of the ones you said.
Blood Bishops?
Not that one. Actually, wait, no. No, I get Tomb Lords and Khazra Abomination. I feel like that's just it. The one that leaves the poison pools, the tree guy.
Oh, I get him sometimes.
Which is fine, because it's just like I just have to keep moving. Or if I keep popping barrier, I don't even have to keep moving. I just fucking kill it.
But I mean, no boss for me lasts more than like a minute and 15 seconds.
They already buffed their health again. They need to buff it again.
Yeah, I come in there, I pop a few skills just to like get my stuff rolling, hit my ultimate, take like half their health, but that's the problem with my sorcerer build, is that once my ultimate's on cooldown, it's just waiting for that bitch to come up. I do like such little damage. I mean, there are times that I'll kill the boss right as my ultimate's coming up, so I'll like burst half their health down in the 10 seconds my ultimate lasts. But then the last minute is the rest of that 50% of the health bar. So it's like 50% in 10 seconds, 50% in 50 seconds. So it's like, and then because in my ultimate I got plenty of mana to just chuck things, but then without it I'm like struggling with mana at all times. So
besides Blood Bishop, I don't even hate the boss design. It's why I want those fights to just last like a little bit longer.
To make bosses worrisome again, because I haven't struggled with a boss since I beat Lilith.
Yeah.
Since I got on the Paragon board and started like expanding the Paragon board, there's never been a boss that I'm like, I might. Oh, other than the Butcher.
Yeah. The last time I felt tense was when I went to World Tier 4 because I did it super early this time.
Oh.
So then everything I fought felt like it was danger, and I actually was like, what is this feeling? Is it the fun?
I got the Butcher 2 Nightmare Dungeons in a row. And since I've reached 80, I can't kill him anymore. I think he gets buffed after you're level 80.
I do think so too, because he has sometimes I see him with more of the ticks that drop potions.
Well, that and his health is just infinitely more now.
It's huge, and he starts doing the barrier popping sooner.
And
way
multiple
sooner.
times too.
It's almost like he has like a war cry that does it.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, so I'm just dead and losing one of my slots. Because it's almost without fail, as soon as I come into certain Nightmare Dungeons, I will die in the first minute of the Nightmare Dungeon. I don't understand what happens.
That happened to my werewolf, but
then I'm fine.
I dive in for that.
I'll go through the rest of the dungeon almost the whole way, and I won't die or anything. But there have been times that I swear I get so mad because I was like, I don't even know what killed me. I'm like at full health, fighting some things. I'm watching my health. But there's more times, instead of focusing on where my character is or what my cooldowns are, I'm staring at my health and just kind of moving around my character so that I'm not staying in puddles or whatever, and just casting shit because I'm just like spamming buttons in certain, like in large mobs, and I'll be watching my health. Oh, my health is going down, pop a potion, and then all of a sudden I'm at full health and just, you're dead. I'm like, what even killed me? What the fuck?
Yeah, there's a couple mobs that I think are just like way overtuned on damage. The Tuskers that charge you, the Bone Archer Sentry things.
I hate
those things. Hit like
they hit
entire train from off screen.
Yes. You know also, but it's kind of super easy to dodge, but not if they're in a group and you can't see it. The trees when they do the smack on the ground. If you can't see it does get hurt.
Hits hard.
It does.
But
yes.
We gotta wrap it up.
Yes, we got to. Alright. Dukes of Weebdom.
Dukes of Weebdom.
Episode 28. See you guys next week.
Peace.
Bye-bye.